Welcome to Star Wars Action News, helping Star Wars collectors collect better.
We are here at Times Square, Toys R Us, 10 p.m. with Jeff Carlisle, the man who tried to teach my wife to draw. Hello.
I did the best that I could. But you know what? I think she did a little better than she likes to lead on. So.
Well, people who saw us on Periscope or on Facebook saw her drawings. But you did the panel this morning about teaching how to draw. And man, you had a lot of people in that class and you taught to draw a lot of things.
Well, it's one of those things where when Toys R Us asked me to do this, because I've done classes like this in the past, you don't know exactly what your customer base is going to be. You don't know if it's going to be little kids. You don't know if it's going to be adults. And so I prepare a lot of material and then basically kind of try to fine-tune it to whoever actually shows up. So,
and talk about how you got involved in Star Wars art. I know your story, but there's a lot of people who may not.
Well, I mean, I've been drawing Star Wars since I was 4 years old and the original movie came out. And basically, you know, my dad took me to see the movie, totally fell in love with it. My mom, you know, and then after that point, I was totally drawing Star Wars stuff as much as I could. And so to basically stop me from drawing all over my mom's walls, my mom put paper underneath me and dragged me over to a table. And pretty much it's been that way ever since. Well, you know, drawing Star Wars when there wasn't any Star Wars, I was always doing that. And then when it came back in a big way, I was in art school when Lucas made his announcement he was going to be making more movies. So I said, hey, I want to do that. If not the movies, I want to at least draw Star Wars. And after art school, I went to Gen Con and started doing illustrations for the Star Wars role-playing game, the old Wizards of the Coast Star Wars role-playing game, and designing spaceships and robots and all these amazing things that became part of the expanded universe, or what's known as Legends now. So.
Very cool. And you have a long history with Star Wars and the art.
Yeah, I've been doing it for 15 years now professionally, and 39 years 38 years since the movie started. So.
And what about collecting? I mean, we're here for a midnight toy release. You were brought in, you know, to teach people to draw in the lead up. I mean, this has been a full day of Star Wars events, but we're getting real close to the toy unveiling. Do you collect?
I do. Not as much as I used to. Kind of a sad story. I when I was a kid, had basically every toy, not counting the remote control toys, for the first two movies, for A New Hope and for The Empire Strikes Back, and held on to it for years. I stored everything in the boxes and had a lovely collection. Well, about 12 years ago, someone broke into our family storage space and stole about 95% of my toys. And as horrifying as it was and as devastating as it was, at the time I lived in a very small apartment. So in the end, the things that I had held on to, it was probably a good thing. Since then, I have gone back and I've collected some things that I've lost. But yeah, I'm excited. And I'm excited to see what the new toys look like. I'm excited to make my purchases and to get that going again. So,
have you watched any of the leaks online about what's about to be unveiled?
That would be cheating. That would be morally reprehensible, and the answer is yes.
So what are you most excited for? What's the thing you're hoping to get tonight?
You know, the thing is, if I was younger, it would be all the action figures and the vehicles. But I have to say, it's going to, like everyone else, it's the Sphero BB-8. That you control with the app on your phone. I want that thing so badly I could cry. I have a kitty cat at home that I want to chase on hardwood floors with this thing. It's exactly what I need.
Torturing animals with BB-8. That sounds like just good wholesome fun to me.
It is. It's torturing animals out of love. Yeah. Well, we love Sarah McLachlan. If that gets me to meet Sarah McLachlan, okay, I'm going to torture my cat for a start. Teasing. That's me teasing.
Yeah, and you taught people to draw BB-8 early.
I did, and well, one of the great things about him is he's a very simple design. It's a sphere, it's a circle with a half circle on top of it. And one of the things when I was teaching, since they were all basically elementary school kids,
and my wife,
and your wife, I was trying to break things down into basic shapes because that's how you learn how to draw. You recognize what shapes make up everything that you see, because really there's only a handful of shapes that make up everything. And you break it down into its smallest parts, then you can do that. And BB-8 is a very simple, clean, pure, classic Star Wars design. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to do.
All right. Are you actually buying here? Because you're from Ohio. So are you going to buy here and ship home, or?
Well, let's put it this way. I flew Southwest. You get 2 free checked bags. I only checked 1 bag, so I can fill up a bag and still be able to check it. So we'll see how much I bring. I did purchase some small things. I purchased some Star Wars little golden books. So since they're making those again. But yeah, I'm really interested in the figures, and yeah, it should be good.
Slightly distracting, isn't it?
A little bit. You know, but that's you know what? If it wasn't distracting, it wouldn't be Times Square.
Well, and you're going to be giving a speech with Steve Stansweet, or a Q&A at 11 o'clock?
It's going to be a Q&A. We don't exactly know what it's going to be. A lot of the questions are going to come from the moderator. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, if there's one thing that Steve and I know, it's Star Wars. And we know minutia about Star Wars. So...
All right. Well, thank you for talking to us. I'm looking forward to your Q&A.
Oh, yeah. The one thing I was going to say, and if you do get a chance to check out the videos from the class today, you'll have to pay attention to the how I decorated my desk, because I did have the original stand and the original 12 Kenner action figures. So
yeah, I took photos of that. I was wondering how that got, what that had to do with the art.
Those were the things that inspired. Those were my toys, and I kept them in that condition.
Wow.
And what's funny is that those were things that Steve didn't bring with him, so it was kind of good that I had him with me today. So
very cool. Well, hey, thanks again. Always great to see you.
Always good to see you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.
May the Force be with you, everybody.
Thanks for watching this video. You can see full episodes of Star Wars Action News with more collecting news and reviews at swactionnews.com. We also have thousands of toy and collectible photos in our photo gallery. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. May the pegs be stocked and the Force be with you.